me just cover.
Dude, you know where he got his pocket square? Show him where you got his pocket square.
Coach, I don't want to tell you about this, but I have to cut the sleeves.
Look at this kid.
You know what I mean? Had to do it. And now, these people, Coach.
And that's a pretty shirt, too. Oh, look what I did. What was I doing?
Coach, I don't know if Miss Terry's watching.
Nothing but class.
Yeah, that's it.
What?
No. That's order.
Hey.
I'm not your dancing clown.
Hey, what were you saying earlier? Like, if you make a mistake, keep playing. I just made a mistake right there.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep playing.
Yeah. Yeah, you threw me into it. Coach, good luck staying focused today with all this going on around.
Now get ready for another exciting episode of We're Just Ken, where comedy meets life.
Ben, I did that one just for you. I thought maybe you were going to start unbuttoning a little bit like Pat McAfee.
I'm in my polo. I'm in my Dennison Yellow Jacket Mentor polo. So, couldn't do that. We had a guest.
Yeah,
I don't think he likes the intro for some reason. Hey!
I will say you couldn't hear.
You couldn't hear what?
I couldn't hear the intro, so you'll have to add that after.
Oh, what do you mean?
Like the intro was playing, and y'all were obviously jamming, but just letting you know your audience couldn't hear it.
I heard it.
Correct.
Yeah, I think you're wrong.
Cool.
So
that's a new one. Has no one been able to hear it?
So you think when we publish this, Hector, that it'll just be me and Ben like bobbing but no music?
Yeah, and that's honestly what I picture every single time I hear that intro. It's just you and Bob.
Ben, I'm so confused right now.
I mean, I don't think there's any way that wasn't recorded. I feel like Hector's messing with us. I'm just putting it out there.
I don't know. Well, we have a hop-on guest for today. It's our buddy Hector, who works in something.
Nailed it.
Ben, let's you and I try to articulate what Hector does, because he's definitely the Chandler from Friends, R.I.P. And he's told me a million times, and I have.
He's on ketamine.
Well, no, nobody knows what Chandler does on Friends, so Hector is that for me. So I think if we put our brain power together, Hector does modular storage buildings, primarily
Not storage.
Well, storing of people. He does.
So it's a house of storage building.
I think he does modular build. I picture is it Minecraft where everything's a cube?
Hey, look at us.
I picture what Hector does is like building, those rail cars or whatever. Like he's just stacking them up. That's really all I think about in terms of Hector's job. So I picture him out at the job site with a bullhorn, like, looks good, guys. But
so I think Hector does modular buildings for government contracts.
Oh, easy peasy.
But I got the word modular right.
Yeah, I just say I'm in sales.
Yeah, inside or outside.
It sounds cooler,
I don't feel like you're in sales at all.
I feel like I'm in sales. I'm talking to these guys right now about potential jobs.
You're a project manager.
Don't you just put in a bid? What sell is there?
I got to say, well, what makes us different from our competitors is, we can provide the quality and standard of a minority-owned business.
Ben, I'm pretty sure Hector is just like Miles Teller on War Dogs. He just goes in with like a bid. And
that's the same. That's what they do.
It really is. Like, if you remember, they went online and essentially, what was it? Like the Amazon of government contractors. And basically they just put out there what they want and then go fishing.
Shane, welcome back, man. You're a repeat guest.
What's up?
Get that fresh fade. Let's see that
See
a
me?
little bit. Yeah.
What is your name? G6?
What's up?
It was
It's,
a
yeah,
troupe,
go ahead, Colin.
a theater troupe we had in college. It was the Gez Collins experience. So
Anytime that we
you know,
were
social events or whatever.
exactly.
Yeah.
I didn't go
If we
to
were
many
going
of
to
them.
like a study group, if we went to a study group together, people could just give us the shorthand and they would know like, oh, Hector and Colin are coming together, you know. So it was kind of a package deal.
So what is this? Is
Yeah, Shane, you were.
That's what I said.
Is this going to be a pod or?
We're recording.
Yeah, it is a pod. You know, there's.
What am I
go a
permitted
lot
to
of different
say and
ways.
not to say? Like, are there any rules?
Can I say something
Yeah,
about
it's family
fantasy football?
friendly. We've gone over that. Yeah, that's fine. But Shane, I was going to say you may not have come to a lot of those social events because you were probably having your own, right?
You know, didn't get invited to many places.
Well, I don't know if it was that you didn't get invited. I think it was. I'm not worried about it. I think it was that other people didn't get invited to your study hours.
We had a safe place.
No. Here's what would happen, Colin. If we were doing something socially, Shane would pull up with some other people and tell us that he's not coming here, that he's going over there, but we're not invited. So don't come.
Okay, both
My-
of y'all were always invited to my house. Just so we're
My
clear.
favorite thing about Shane was it would be Wednesday at like 7 p.m. I'd go over there and be like, Shane, you have responsibilities tonight. He'd be like, oh, dude. He'd be in bed with the covers pulled up. He probably had a full tux on underneath the covers. He'd be like, dude, I'm not feeling well. Come to find out, he's just bailing on whatever it was. So anyway,
I will say bailing on like any type of
Hector.
getting out of any plan is the greatest thing of all time. You know, like if you got something, it's better than saying like if you RSVP yes and then you aren't able to make it. Oh, that is such a freeing feeling. Do y'all agree with me on that? It's better than saying no up front. It's like you're dreading it. You know, obviously if you're looking forward to it, that's different. But if you're not, it's like, man, I really don't want to go, and you don't go, and it's just so freeing.
Well, Shane's the king of hey, might be in town. What you doing? I say, oh, nothing, dude. Let's hang out. Oh man, I'm already back in Goldthwaite. Sorry.
Come back last night.
Hey, who's there? And you start making up people that Shane would want to come hang out with.
All right, we shouldn't dog Shane too hard. He is coming on the pod today.
Ben,
Boys, this
I
is
texted Ben. He didn't even text me back.
What'd you text me?
Ben's a busy man these days, dude. He's moving money.
You didn't text me anything. I was trying to get a hold of my insurance guy. He was on the golf course.
That's the new Chili's. Shane, let's get into fantasy. What are your complaints?
We got a guy in our league that I've been trying to get a trade done with, and he sends me these deadlines. He'll be like, "Oh, I'm busy. I'll text you back by 10 o'clock tomorrow morning." Don't hear anything, so I text him again. Then to say, "Oh, I got this. Let me look at it." But we can definitely do something. Still haven't heard anything.
And is that person in this group?
No, in this right now.
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
Big day for him. It's game day, so I'm not gonna hit him up again until Monday.
Is this the kind of guy from the group who other people would prey on in terms of unfair trades?
I wouldn't say that. He's going all in this year per a Facebook post he made with a newspaper article. But
all right, how are we all standing? I think I'm at 4-3. I kind of got screwed last week against Kirk. One of my guys got suspended for PED, so we're checking the waiver wires.
I'm playing Oliver, and he is 7-0.
Yeah.
Can you give me a rundown, Colin, just real quick? You know, I'm checking my notes here about your strategy of no depth and just hanging on to defenses.
Yes.
Three defenses.
Now, I will say this. I don't want to give the trade secrets away because if I put this all out there, everyone's going to start doing it. I will tell you my basic approach, which is that, you know the movie Moneyball with Jonah Hill?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so in the movie Moneyball, Jonah Hill plays this guy from Yale who has a PhD in economics. Brad Pitt hires him to see unrecognized value, right, in the players. So I'm sort of the Brad Pitt and Jonah Hill combined of our fantasy league because nobody cares about defenses. I will circulate multiple defenses and look for those unrecognized value offers for the weekend. And it's worked pretty well for me so far, wouldn't you say?
No.
These our audience, I can tell, they're so enthralled with this.
I'm above 500, Hector.
Yeah, you are. Good job.
So is Hector. Hector's 4-3. I'm 4-3. Ben's 5-2.
Oh, that's weird.
He already had the
Ben
bye though.
also has the lowest points for.
Dude,
Who, Ben?
no, that's not true.
No, not the lowest. I'm sorry. Jake has the lowest, but Ben hasn't scored 700 points.
Hi, Henry.
What's up?
Hey,
but that's from 1 week.
we got
Shane, that's 1 week.
we got 4/5 of the quad pod in here. What's Tito doing?
Hey, we need to talk about our pick'ems. We got the group for the pick'ems for our money line bet this week.
Yeah, can y'all just do a pod about pick'ems?
Are we in? We can do this now.
I feel
Hold
like
on.
that's going to fall apart because nobody's paid.
Hold on, give me just a second.
I'm
I
just
got my 20
proud.
right here on my desk. I have to
I'm
mail
just
it.
proud that my friends and family know that I'm like I have minority friends. So
What a group we got here.
Hey, are y'all y'all consult
we're
the
in the
chat.
minority, Colin, right now.
Y'all consult the chat real quick.
Consult
a
the
chat?
chat.
Don't mention gambling. Oh, okay. My bad.
And then maybe if you could just read anything you see out loud, Hector, that'd be good.
I just don't understand the rules and restrict. You have 2 family members that are watching
Now I
this that
don't
you
know how
don't
to
want
get
to
back
watch.
to the video.
No, that's not it.
Yeah, don't read the chat. You don't want to read the chat.
Let me read that chat real quick. Nah, I'm not gonna read that.
This is why we can't. Ben, this is why we can't open it up to the masses.
Colin, do you like are pick'ems gambling? like you're acting like pick.
All right, that was weird.
You
we got
paused that?
Yeah, we got disconnected for a minute.
We were live.
That's weird. So probably don't take anything into account for last minute.
Yeah, that was weird.
Henry
Where'd
said
you
he's
go?
out.
It's gone.
That was really weird. Whatever people were saying a couple of minutes ago.
Hey, I got a question for y'all. We can change the subject.
Hit it.
You know, like the butterfly flaps and swings, you know, the impact, the ripple effect it has or whatever. Do y'all ever think that if Kanye doesn't diss Taylor Swift, we're not stuck with seeing Jason Kelsey everywhere?
Travis.
No, Jason Kelsey's everywhere. And the only reason Jason's everywhere is because of Travis, which is because of Taylor, which if you go back in time, Kanye dissing Taylor, her whole entire personality changed. She became this pop icon. And now we're stuck with him on everything. And he's got a bag of nothing. I'm sorry, he's got a bag of nothing.
Can we talk about the movie real quick?
You don't like the Kelseys?
Whiwhich movie?
They're
Butterfly
fine.
Effect.
I don't need to see them everywhere.
Ashton Kutcher did.
Ashton Kutcher. Yeah, that was a good movie.
Yeah. I'm a
You don't
little
watch it.
Kelsey
You listen to the Kelsey podcast?
No,
No.
just when my wife comes in and says, "Hey, listen
I think
to
you're
this."
the only one that listens to that.
I don't.
I don't
Exactly.
listen to it. I just
He-
see clips on TikTok.
I'm not on TikTok.
This is literally the only podcast I listen to.
Is it really?
I got
Shane,
hooked on
that's-
Draymond Green's podcast last summer.
Shane, what'd you listen to? What'd you listen to
I
while you
hate
worked
Draymond
out?
Green, but his podcast is actually pretty good.
Are you just a top 40 radio guy, like everywhere you go?
Pandora with commercials.
Henry,
It's just got to be like 5 Rihanna songs on repeat.
Henry, you having issues?
It's the end of the. It's getting close to the end of the month. Creditors, debitors are calling. They want.
Don't
my
talk
money.
about money. Don't
Oh,
talk
yeah.
about money.
No, that's great that y'all are making money at your work. I
They
think
want my
that's,
units. They want my units. They want to collect on units.
This is a good time to also ask Henry what he does because we figured out that Hector does modular buildings, but Henry, what do you do?
So like real talk.
Sure.
Okay, all right. So what?
You can make up whatever, Henry. You can say
Yeah,
whatever you
no,
want.
Hey, you know
really.
what Henry's claim to fame is? Is he was Cam Ward's quarterback coach.
Oh, here we go.
Dude, I tell everybody that.
Okay,
I tell everybody
what
that
am
too.
All right, hot topic.
That's
right?
my opener.
Well, hey, just for the listeners at home, who if they don't know who Cam Ward
Who is
Cam Ward?
So Cam Ward is starting quarterback for the University of Miami, Florida,
Right, obviously.
Hurricanes, and he's the top 2 Heisman guy, potential first round pick. And I coached him when I was I'm no longer a teacher and a coach, but for about 9 years there I was. And I coached him my first year. He was in 7th grade. And I've known him since then. I coached him basketball mostly, but I was his freshman offensive coordinator when we ran the wing tee.
Sure.
And I've known him and his family for a while, and we keep in minor contact. I don't want to do this because they're just a family friend, and I'm very supportive, and he's my guy. Say what?
Can we get him on the pod?
Pod probably not. What are you saying, Shane?
What the heck?
Do y'all text? Like you said, text them like good game or anything?
Yeah, we not like daily, but Instagram message, like messages. We text back a little bit, and I'm not want to put all this out there, but it's not a big deal.
It's cool, dog.
I would love to have him on the pod.
I'll talk to him. I'll put it out. I don't want to I don't like. I've had people ask me stuff about him and like try to get like a little more in, and it's been a couple years since he graduated, and then I moved schools and stuff, and we're still very friendly with the family and very appreciative, but I try not to all of a sudden he's this Heisman candidate and potential number one pick, and like I don't want to come all of a sudden like, hey, can you do this for me? I've never asked anything from them, and they've been very supportive when I was coaching Cam and from their parents stuff. So it's weird, because I would, I have plenty of pictures and videos and stuff that of our time in high school, but I'm also like, man, a signed Miami jersey would be sick right now, like on the wall, right in the back over here somewhere. But I'll see him at some point this spring, hopefully, and we'll catch up then. But
Henry's being humble. I guarantee he'll be there when Cam Ward's announced. He's the first person he's going to dab up. It's going to be Henry.
Hey, if you want to go to the draft, I'll go with you.
Where's the draft at?
Detroit last year.
Oh yeah, last year, and then
Vegas? Is it Vegas this year?
I think it's Vegas.
It might be Vegas.
No. Yeah.
Don't talk Vegas.
Oh yeah, don't talk.
Yeah.
If you
Project in Vegas,
Nevada,
dude.
it's the great state of Nevada. So what I do remember at some point, just always kind of messing with him, like he did like he had that senior year of basketball season. The quarterbacks coach, I think he was the offense coordinator for a little bit. Coach Dickey came to a couple practices, and he had been with quarterback trainer and like getting a lot of buzz, but like it was like preferred walk-on type stuff. Like no one ever pulled the trigger because he was wing T quarterback. But I mean, like he's always had the intangibles that coaches came and talked to him about or talked to me about. Like he just wanted to watch him practice and move. There's a lot more fluidity in basketball practice or a game than maybe in a football field that can translate. But I mean, they had nothing but great things to say. But it's always kind of like man, this kid's talented. Just doesn't have the numbers, the highlights, or the stats.
Yeah, good pop off the bat though. Great pop.
Colin, I'll Venmo you a gift card, of course. If you can tell me where Cam Ward went to college out of high school, and then after that, where he went.
Well, dude, with NIL and the transfer portal, a lot of kids are changing schools these days. And so when Cam came out of Columbia, I know he had a lot of blue chip offers. And I want to say he went to one of the big schools first and then transferred to Miami, where he's in contention for the Heisman, dude. I wouldn't be surprised if he leaves early because he got the COVID red shirt. He came from a system where they're running multiple backs. They're running a mixed sort of offensive scheme. And Miami as well as I do. When Jimmy Johnson was in Miami, they were lining up and running it right down your throat. But you got a guy like Cam Ward, you're going to spread the ball out. Am I right, guys?
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Hey, I got bad news. Draft is in Green Bay, Wisconsin, so I will not be in attendance just because it's Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Yeah, no.
Dude, where are they going to do that? Like the parking lot of the Piggly Wiggly or something?
The Piggly Wiggly.
Is there anything?
They even do it at the Cosmo.
You guys like the draft. There's not a single thing I could care less about than the NFL draft. To just sit by and watch for 2 hours while each.
I'm the same way.
You're just insulted Hector so bad. Colin.
It's not
So
the same
bad.
like it was in college where we could just like get out of class and it was, it was all right, Hector. Well, I got to prep, and it's Thursday, and I'll be at Duke's or Wayland's. Wayland's back. It was at Wayland's, the big screen at Wayland's, and I have a picture.
Yeah, that restaurant. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the restaurant in Brownwood.
Who was the pick that year? It was the cornerback out of Washington, Trufant.
For the Falcons, yeah.
Yeah.
So my high school buddies
year.
probably think high school buddies probably think I know everything about the NFL draft because we do a deal every year where you send in the first round, you pick trades, you pick locks, you get bonus points for picking specific players.
Hey, what if they're watching this?
Every year.
Okay, here we go.
So I send it to Hector every year. I send it in. I think we've won 2 out of the 3 years.
Y'all have a contest going on?
Yeah, it's just strictly for fun.
Yeah. Dude, contests can be a lot of fun. Shane, I'm glad that you can hang out with your high school buddies and do contests like
bragging
that.
rights.
Yeah.
Hector, it's okay. Nobody watches this or listens. So I don't know. I don't know if you heard the stats from a few episodes ago, but
I did hear.
We're basically
good to know I make up 60% of the viewership.
Me and Colin are basically just in like a wide open space with no microphone, just talking to each other.
Did McAllen, Texas, get a little ping? I mean, I try to lock in.
It didn't give us cities. It just gave us countries.
Okay.
And 99% from United States and like 1% from less than 1% from like Canada and the UK.
Oh yeah, that was your brother over there, right?
I think so.
So I will say, just adding the words "no laying up" got you 2.3K views. So just do that every time.
That was actually Colin's for what'd you call it? Search engine optimization, SEI.
SEO.
SEO. Not
people like Cubes, Bobby Flay, they're all doing SEO.
Bobby Flay.
Well, boys, what's on the docket for the weekend? I know Rebel's done with soccer. Are y'all's kids in sports right now?
Yep, we're still playing soccer.
Shane, tell the Kindles about the big controversy in Goldthwaite.
Which the substitution?
Yeah,
the substitution.
Oh, yeah.
It's an ongoing fight. But so they're
Can
saying
you comment on an open investigation?
I mean, I actually got a voicemail out to the North Texas Soccer Association home office in Frisco, and they hadn't called me back yet.
Does Shane devote any more time and attention to like random things than he does like everything else that actually matters? Like he's all in on these kinds of things.
Oh, yeah.
I did a couple rounds of the typing test this morning trying to beat Chris still, and I can't, and it's driving me insane.
So Shane, give us the rundown. The deal is, so what are they, 6 and under? What's the age?
So they're saying 8 and under. There's a substitution rule that you can only sub at the end of a quarter or at halftime. But they sent me the North Texas Soccer Association rule book, and that is not what it says, and they are reading it completely incorrectly. So basically, I understand 8-year-olds maybe, but you got a bunch of 4-year-old kids out there that are running around. Half of them don't even want to be out there. Half of them are crying and screaming, and you can't sub them. So they're at 6-minute quarters, I think. So when you get a kid that breaks down in the first 2 minutes, they literally just got to sit there and cry or whatever for 4 minutes, or you have to play a man down, which is not fair or good for anybody. And then we have a kid that is on the spectrum and just trying to have a little normalcy, trying to get him involved. And he literally will go on the field for 30 seconds, put his hands over his ears, have a sensory overload, and want to come out. But for that 30, 45 seconds, he'll run around and kind of, enjoy it. So I went to that with him, and I was ready to die on that hill. I was ready to tear the whole league down. But
I appreciate that, Shane.
Let us be able to make subs for him, but for him. But it's not good.
Have you overturned the rule?
Not yet.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, we're fighting. We're still fighting.
I'll send y'all the screenshot. I can't remember if I sent it in the group, but the rule says substitution. It's number 5, and then it's got A through F, and it says add a dead ball, add a throw in. You know, it lists all the different times you can sub, and then all the way at the bottom, point E says in 8U and under at the end of a quarter or halftime. It doesn't say only or specifically. So literally, they're throwing out A through D, and I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense at all. I mean, there's 7 bullet points, and they're going off of the 6th out of 7th bullet point without any wording that says this is the only way you can do it.
Dude, those officials that like run those though, you know, when I was at the YMCA doing sports out of college, those people think it's like the World Cup. Like they act like,
yeah.
And we used, I don't know if y'all ever remember like Got Soccer, and like we were under the charter of like the soccer federation.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, is that what y'all are too?
Yeah. So we had to take an 1.5-hour course to be able to be on the coaching sideline about bullying and hazing and how to deal with disgruntled parents. And I'm like, these are 4-year-old kids.
Is there a playoff after that?
Do what?
Is there a playoff? Like, will they go to like another round?
Henry.
No,
because that's what we did. Well, see, that's what we did. I'm like, guys, like none of these kids care about going and playing.
Right.
Like,
and it's
all these other
the whole
tournaments.
reason, and I feel like the reason Brownwood's doing it is they're trying to make Brownwood a location for club and select, almost showcase tournaments.
Naturally,
so they have to fall under the North Texas Soccer Association to be able to have that. Which I mean, when you're playing U16, U18, and all these high school and college kids, I get that, but we got 4-year-olds.
Yeah, I think El Paso is about to be the second big hub for Texas. So,
what does that mean?
Where does everybody go? Like in between games, Shane? Like, is there a nice like?
Oh, I ain't got a clue. B-dubs. We usually hit Chick-fil-A's, play at the playground, and go home.
Second, what's it called? Section hand?
Well,
the red wagon, Henry.
The runaway train.
Oh, the runaway train slapped, man.
That was good.
Did you ever have the clam chowder there?
No, why would I do that in the middle of Texas?
That guy went places and won awards, Henry.
Oh, I didn't know, Ben. I didn't know.
Dude, it's incredible. It's incredible.
Henry,
dude, yeah. So Ford played soccer for one practice. I don't even know if he made it to the end of practice. We pull up and like Ford is coordinated. You know, I've always talked about him on here. He's on the spectrum. Dude, that guy was all over the place. And like we pull up and there's a guy. The first thing we see is a kid on his team. Again, he's Ford. Did a bicycle and scored a goal.
Sick.
I swear to you, did a bicycle kick and scored a goal, and I'm like, this is not going to work out. Like, this is. I thought we were coming out here. They're going to run all together, and like, there's no defense. Everybody's just chasing the ball. I was like, man, these guys are like setting up plays. Like, this is going to be a rough one. And sure enough.
Hey, who was it in college in Frat Cup that got that header over the college goalie? You remember that? It was one of our friends. He had his own jersey from one of those Latin American teams, and the ball, it was a nice crosser. And dude, it was such a natural header.
Was it Eric Welch?
No. Hector, do you have any idea?
I think it was Eric Welch.
Okay, no, that's weird because I thought
that was Hector's boy.
No, because I thought it was me, right?
I thought he disappeared.
So Nick Rayburn was playing goalie, and I headed it. No, it was me. I headed it right over him.
Hey, just real quick, Colin. I appreciate you sharing that with us. Can we talk about the state of Howard Payne for a minute? I haven't necessarily dove into how they're doing
did y'all know,
academically or sports-wise.
Speaking of Howard Payne, did y'all know sand volleyball was a NCAA sport?
Yep.
And Howard Payne is getting it. They're building like a huge sand volleyball court / complex, and they will have a NCAA team.
Are we still sharing Gordonwood?
Yep.
Nice.
Hey, but we own the Coliseum.
Oh, yeah,
really?
the best.
I didn't know that.
Howard Payne bought the Coliseum.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, that was so demoralizing when we played football at Gordonwood. If anybody I didn't care that we played in a high school because Mary Harlan Baylor played at a high school when they were good. I mean, they obviously have a
right
$50 million stadium now. But like the worst thing, if y'all ever been to Brownwood, and any of our listeners, like the Brownwood is like a traditionally like powerhouse in high school football, and they have the coolest entry in any, like I've never seen anything like it. I don't know if y'all have been there, and they did it. They lower like a drawbridge. There's smoke coming out. They're walking out. It is awesome. And then Howard Payne football just gets to walk right next to their little entrance, and we just go out like a gate right next to it.
Come through the gate.
It's so bad. It's like I get like we don't have to do everything, but like let's go down the tunnel. Like I don't care. Like, we don't have to do everything. And then we get
we were we were all college athletes, though. I remember that.
Oh my God, Colin.
Hey, do y'all think I could have played college sports?
Which one?
Tennis?
Any of them?
No
I mean,
way.
I
tennis.
played all three in high school. You think I could have played? I think I could have been like the sixth man on the basketball team.
I think you could have been a practice guy on the basketball team.
Yeah, practice guy for the girls basketball. No, I mean we had C. Brookers there. I don't want to start taking shots at. I can take a shot at him, but
yeah, let's get into this.
Look.
Oh man,
we probably had a 25% winning percentage. So yeah, I'm sure you could have found a way on the team. You stuck around long enough, you would have had a spot.
I could have been one of those water cooler guys, like I do the hard work, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, I'll be honest, the football team didn't cut anybody, so you could have come out with the football team.
Soccer team didn't either. Just needed the numbers.
We all needed numbers. Financial.
I will say Jake came out, love you, Jake, and he couldn't like sniff the field. And he's one of the more athletic people I know. And it's just because he hadn't played. Is that in response to you asking if you could play college and just delayed? What was that for?
We're having fun here now. Yeah, I think I could have played college sports. You guys saw me play intramurals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't really. Nothing really stood out.
Appreciate you, man.
Like I wasn't pitching for Tri Bay my senior year.
Cheerleading was a sport, right? It's like an NCAA.
Yeah.
Recognized.
You say you pitch for Tri Bay and softball, and that's the only sport we didn't ever win.
We did, didn't we? My senior year?
No, never.
That was
Mitch and them beat us every year.
I really thought we won one year against the Dream Team.
we did.
But not when I was there.
I'd have to go look at the picture, but
I
I
don't
think
pitched.
the Dream.
I pitched that one.
Once the Dream Team came about, I don't think they ever lost.
No, Shane, I'm not kidding. Maybe I'm lying.
I'm not kidding.
I thought that Tri beat the Dream Team in softball my senior year.
I don't know why those two teams would have been in it and Mitch and them wouldn't have.
Stranger things can happen, man.
Is Tribe still a thing?
No, Zeta Chi
Zeta
hasn't
Chi is
been
not a
in like 10 years,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't think
they
No,
came
so
back. I had a
I
former
ran-
saying that
I
he was
ran
at
scout
Alabama.
team last. Yeah, I ran
Go
scout
ahead.
team last year for the girls basketball team, and the assistant or grad assistant played intramural basketball, and he said it was awful.
Oh, really?
Like, no teams hardly ever play. Kids don't sign up. So I showed him. I pulled up Zachary Carlton's Carlton Entertainment production video of the Tribe versus Adam Garcia and them in basketball, and like he couldn't believe it. He's like, people actually like came to the wellness and watched intramurals because
Dude, it was the
Gym was
greatest
packed.
thing. Like, yeah, because it was good basketball too. Like you saw pretty
It was good
decent.
basketball.
I mean, that game had Adam, Mark Nichols, Z was in it. I mean, there were a bunch of
Yeah, I remember Z being in it.
Think about Frat Cup. Like, just how many people came out to that? Is that even a thing? I guess it's between those other two, or is that
I
even
have
a
no
thing
idea.
anymore?
I bet it's
have
not
not.
even a thing.
Our freshman year fall, there was like a fight that almost happened with the soccer. Like they took out the goalie. Like,
Mhm. It was Medina.
okay, I thought it was the guy that ran Taylor Hall. That was like the Taylor Hall.
So it was Medina. Chase.
Oh no, Keeley.
Oh, Kevin Keeley, the old Goldie's coach.
Yeah.
Nice.
Maybe that was him.
Oh, hey, he did the thing where you wrap your shoelaces around your ankle, and I just thought that was the coolest thing in the world. You know what I'm talking about? No
I think
one.
you're being ironic.
I don't know.
Yeah, whatever.
Nobody loves more like fake gear than college athletes. You got to they got the armbands on. Do I look good?
Do I feel good?
What's it called when the football players will like wrap their entire cleat and their ankle?
Spatting.
Spatting up.
Yeah,
Dude, I don't care what you
everyone
say, Tom.
starts doing
That's
it.
the coolest feeling ever. When everything's like the same color, oh man, like your whole foot's white or black. Oh,
Henry, when you coached, did your boys start wearing the tights?
Oh yeah, no, that was kind of the height. Once I started coaching probably 2014, 2015, that was like different colored shoes hit the scene. Like all the KDs, Kobe's were different colors. The socks were different.
The short shorts.
Yeah, they were rolling up the shorts. And I just compared to our 2009 uniform, going from those, which were about 4 inches below the knee, maybe 5.
Dude, I saw did you see the picture on, somebody commented on one of y'all's pictures on Facebook? I think it was yesterday.
It was me. Yeah, I ended up commenting.
Was it? And I saw the picture of you and your ankles, your shorts were like at your ankles.
But what's more ridiculous, okay, yeah. And those were like, that was it, because it was the tight top, like underarm tight fit, and then it was the super wide. I mean, like a large, those larges would probably be like 2X, 3X now for anybody else. And like, I don't know why Nike did that, but we had some. And then, but the crazy thing is Dada's a 6'4" athlete, long legs, high waist, like thin, wiry. And his waist
more fouls than points a game.
His waist is literally probably like a 26, 28. And he wanted the biggest shorts. And so because he had to have them, then they went down below his calf, whatever he had of a calf. And it was just the most ridiculous thing, because he'd be dribbling and holding his shorts up. And then he would go dunk on somebody and his butt's hanging out, and he'd get caught up in their ears. Like their shorts would be wrapped around their neck, and it was just.
But how many pairs of shorts did he have under those shorts?
Probably 2 to 3, and they were all layered from the tights to like just like regular shorts, and then there was another pair of Jordans, and then it was
Dude,
Henry,
What numbers? Y'all just need to get data on.
Henry, I was going to ask if, based on the budget back then, I figured y'all would be rocking Russells, but y'all had Nike?
No, I lied. It wasn't even. I think it was like Althon or something. It wasn't even Russell. It was like something below that. But it was the Nike style. Like Syracuse wore them like that. Like Michigan State, dude. Like everybody, those Nike teams had them. And so,
dude, 2011 Howard Payne Sports had to be the worst dressed, because that was when I think we switched to Adidas. Was that 2011?
Oh yeah.
That was so bad. The football uniforms were so small. Like, I'll never forget trying to help Kiefer Clegg, Kiefer, like put his uniform on.
Yeah.
It was like I was peeling, and when you take it off of him, it was like I was peeling skin away.
Yeah.
It was so tight. And we went to baseball, and everything was so big, and just like so, it was almost like you're wearing cowboy cut like jeans, but like they were like baseball pants. And I like to wear my pants up, and you couldn't do it. Like they literally just fall down. It was bad.
It was the worst. I wore the same type of soccer cleat, Nike Vapors, my entire life. And then our senior year, they're like, "Oh, you can't wear them. You've got to wear Adidas shoes."
Hector, did y'all wear Sambas back then, or what were y'all rocking?
Dude, I will say Coach Wright kept us clean as far as uniforms. Like whatever our soccer budget was, he maxed that thing.
Like our travel kits were always awesome.
Well, because I saw you were rocking Sambas at the F1, so I didn't know if y'all were wearing those back then.
No, it's a trend right now. I know you'll be wearing it in a few weeks.
We got sold on we could design a baseball uniform. And like I thought that was a cool thing. I probably spent more time on that than the I mean, I worked on it for like 10, 12 hours. Everybody was bought in. It was gonna be these cool little pinstripes with just jackets across. Or maybe it was Howard Payne block, but it had like the tiny pinstripes. It was gray with the blue, very much like the Yankees. But like, I thought it was awesome. We gave it to him. He says, "Oh, that's great. That's great." He never even said like,
Yeah.
He never said that we're not going to get them. But it's just like, "Oh yeah, no, they're on their way."
You would have loved being a coach when it was your year and you were up for uniforms, because I don't know how many hours of class time I spent just designing 20 to 30 different variations and different just on the Nike website, and then we went to Adidas, same thing.
I was in a coach's class, Henry, and that's what we did for like a good 3 weeks of a semester. We all worked to design them.
Y'all know how cool I dressed in college. When I got to college, I had one lime green Ralph Lauren polo, but it wasn't from the real store. It was from the outlet. So it was about the only thing I could afford. So I could only wear it ever so often so people wouldn't think that like I didn't have money or something. So I'd rock the lime green every other week if it was a nice event, you know?
Yeah. Like
I don't even want to get into style. I still don't have good style, but back then, my gosh. I had these K-Swiss shoes that were like red, blue, and white or something. And then and I remember taking them to Kirk. I was so excited. And Kirk's like, "Ben, what are you gonna wear those with?" I was like, "What do you mean? They're red, blue, and white. I can wear them with whatever."
Hey, Henry had some cool t-shirts and they looked a lot like my t-shirts. It was weird. Like one day I would have some cool throwback Zeta Chi shirts, and then the next day they'd be in Henry's closet.
I don't remember this.
You would send the pledges to basically first one time they cut up my shoes because you ordered them to, but then another time you had them take my t-shirts. I say, "Henry, give them back." You're like, "No, it's mine now."
I don't remember that part. The first one, you talking about the Toms?
Yeah.
I didn't order them. I didn't order anybody. I merely hinted that you shouldn't be in possession of those shoes because I gave you a lot of grief.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I poured shame on you for just having a pair of those, man. I didn't get it at the time. Looking back,
John? What up, John?
What's up, John?
Oh no,
Where'd she go? I was going to give her the applause.
Thanks. Are we live or what's going on?
Yeah, this is non-disclosure. We're live, Chelsea.
It's live to tape.
yeah, don't talk about gambling.
Y'all can.
Colin's got family that watches this. Kevin and Susan.
No, y'all can talk about whatever you want. I don't know what y'all are doing with your buddies, but
Hector, Kevin and Susan's one person.
Correct.
Chonch, are you working for the biz now?
Yep, that's my boss.
Will you
Wait, since when is Hector your boss?
what business we're in?
Oh God. Wait, what'd you ask?
I said, since when is Hector your boss? I thought you worked at like a different company.
No. For like a year.
Oh.
Chonch, if you had to say maybe 5 or 10 words on what Hector does, what would it be?
He does modular construction buildings through government contracts.
Ben, that's like spot on.
How many words was that?
That was perfect.
11.
Chelsea, is he a good boss?
Well, we work at the opposite ends of the building, so I don't know.
Does he come in on time?
He comes in at the same time as me and then tells me that I'm late.
Mm.
Yeah. So
Is his mood
Typical boss.
Dependent on the F1 race?
no, because I'm the one that has to tell him the results anyways.
Oh, that is some news right there.
Breaking news.
That made me feel worse, actually. The forced laughter.
Chelsea, what do you think of the podcast? Are you a day one listener?
I listen to every episode as soon as they drop.
Whoa.
Yeah, so it sucks when they don't drop on Wednesday like they're supposed to, right?
Yeah. I'm like, I'm out there tweeting, "Hey guys, anybody else like just see what's going on?"
Wait, don't
Chelsea,
tell me.
I thought you were telling the truth there for a second. And that hurts.
Don't tell me we have a subreddit of just our fans. Ben, do you think we do?
Yeah, I'm the moderator.
I started it. I'm the only one in there.
I need to hop on.
It's r/we're just Ken.
Let me dive in.
Chelsea, which of Hector's friends are your favorite? Shane is so nervous right now.
Name 2 of Hector's friends.
I think they're all.
It's probably Blake.
So
Yeah.
why are we all in different cameras, but we look like we're in the office? Is that giving the effect that we want?
We all grind. We all work.
It probably works best with one person, and the more it gets a little distorted. But
Hey, we know who Hector's best friends are because of the way he ordered us in the wedding. I was in like the very back.
That's awkward.
I thought I
was the one not in the wedding.
I thought I was last.
That the wind blew your hair, and that was it.
Yes, we didn't have to mention my hair because I had nothing to do with that.
Pull it up.
That'd be like us mentioning the ties. We just don't talk about them.
Dude, don't get me started on those velvety ties that were like super glued together.
Something I'll never forget is Shane having a vest, but nobody else.
Yeah, I don't know I probably paid extra for that.
Hey, Chelsea, do you remember what happened right after Hector's wedding?
The snow megadon that Colin couldn't get home.
Hey, I didn't want. I was going to get her. Okay, let's say that the ice happens in Texas like that next week. How long are you staying at your in-laws if you have to? Like before you get out on the road?
A day.
Okay. That's a good answer.
I've told y'all this a million times. It was about the protection of my children.
Everybody was driving on the highway.
Ask Henry. Henry drove home and said they were almost skidding off the road.
We drove through it. Yeah, me and Pete loaded
drove
up.
Home to South Texas, Colin? He drove to Brownsville.
If it was like a tidal wave, we were like right in front of it, like riding it in.
Hey, all I know is there's only 2 of us in this group that stayed and helped clean, and that's me and Shane. We were balling out after the wedding.
God, I remember carrying stuff back to the groomsmen cabin, just frozen.
It was apocalyptic.
That was the coldest I think I've ever been.
I don't want to hear it. I was in a strapless dress.
So was I.
God, when we were standing, I remember we were standing outside, and what's the girl's name that I walked with, her maid of honor? Mallory. All the guys are giving our jackets to the girls. And so I went to give mine. I was freezing. I was like, all right, Mallory, here, take my jacket. She's like, I don't want it. I was like, you can't be the only person standing out here without a jacket on. Because we were standing outside with the windows and everybody's looking through, and all the girls had all the guys' jackets on, and she's just standing there freezing to death, and she won't take my jacket. I was like, this looks absolutely terrible.
I remember Dada pulled up looking fly. He had on that white turtleneck. Oh my gosh. Dude, he looks like a movie star when he came up.
What year was that? 21?
Yes.
Yeah.
Colin waited for people to start swimming in the outside in the pools before he drove home. It was crazy.
I had to wait.
It was like Memorial Day.
How long was it really? How long did he actually?
He was like Brendan Fraser in Blast from the Past. Like he just missed 4 months of his life.
I was like,
okay.
I was like Matthew McConaughey and Hector, what's the movie? The Christopher Nolan movie?
Interstellar.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like Interstellar. I'm looking through the glass and I'm seeing years of my life off the board. Okay, here's what happened, boys, is that I had a stack of books back home and I had my PhD exams coming up that next week. So I really needed to get home, but we were in separate cars and Kristen didn't want to drive the girls home and I wasn't going to bail on them for a week. So we did stay for several nights and I didn't have my materials and I was stressing it, but I still passed and it all worked out.
Several.
A lot. It was
several weeks. Days. I mean,
it was legit a week. Y'all had me on watch count day 4. Colin's still not home. But
Colin, several means 3. Several means 3. Once you get into a week, once you can call it a week, that's not several days.
Hey,
a week
you know what
is
I
not
did?
Several days, Colin.
You know what I did was I hacked the North Texas highway cameras because I was checking for snow on the toll road.
That's so dumb.
Wow.
Oh, boys. It all worked out.
All right, I got to
This has
dip
been
out.
fun. Dude, we need to do
Where you gotta
this.
go,
This
Hector?
needs to be our pod, Colin.
Yeah.
Hold on. Where does Hector have to go? What do you have to do?
He's probably got to go to. He's probably got Chipotle.
We have to go.
Yes. Dude, Hector is definitely the kind of guy that he orders lunch every single day. He never brings his own.
Yeah, correct.
I'm pretty sure that was all on
I
like
call him.
Facebook or Snapchat. Like that was a Snapchat every day. Was like, what fast food restaurant is he at? It's like
Yo,
Panda or Chipotle or
And
whatever.
Hector, are you expensing that, or is that coming out of your own pocket?
A little bit of both.
Oh, okay, cool.
You can only write off 50% of food and entertainment.
Depends.
Colin.
All right, we all dipping out of here. What's the sitch?
I gotta go. I'll see y'all. Love you, boys. Bye.
Okay, bye.
I gotta go work out.
All right, now that he's gone.
Hey, real quick, do y'all think we should change commissioner?
Ooh,
No.
Because I think there's
I
some
think
candidates.
we need a committee.
Shane, I need you on record, on video. Ryan trying to change the waiver wire pickup. Were you being serious on allowing that to happen? Like for real?
No.
Okay. Okay.
No, he was. So we've got another little group, and we were talking about it, and he was all bent out of shape about it. And I was like, "You can't."
Cool. I'm in lots of other groups too.
It's Hispanics.
Is it really? Are you
But
in
no,
it?
I was not. I was not in favor of it.
Okay. I'm gonna send that
I'll
to
say
Ryan.
this because he played me that Thursday, that weekend. I thought he had a fair argument, and then I realized we were matched up, and then I said, "No, fuck that." I don't know.
My thing is, what if he was fifth in the waiver pickup? What if
That
one
was
of the
that
other
was the
four?
big that was the big thing is anybody could have picked him up.
Yeah, I don't know.
But it happened to me this last week. I picked up the Jags defense. I put them on waivers on Tuesday or Wednesday. They played Thursday. So they played. I didn't get them. Then they go on my roster Friday and scored like 23 points. So I just had to drop them.
Dude, these contests are getting out of control. It's like, you know what it's like to win and be able to brag for a whole year that you won the contest. And
Well, you
so
get a
it's-
trophy. That's the prize. You
right.
know,
It's almost
a
like
trophy.
it's sort of like you're
Everybody
wagering.
in this group is on that trophy, right?
It's sort of like you're wagering for a trophy at this point. Now, Ben, I don't know if everyone's on it. I know me and
Oh,
you know what? I think you're confused. I'm on there twice. So maybe you thought one of those was Shane.
I guess so. I guess so.
I guess I've won the
boys,
contest twice.
I got to run. I just wanted that on record.
Hey, give me the Packers.
Okay, for that contest, I'll write it down.
Are we all square on that? I've got my Excel. You see my Excel spreadsheet? I'm
Oh
stepping
yeah,
up
I
in the
don't
world.
know if everyone's made their picks, but if that's what you mean
You
by
learned that at the
square, then yeah.
Calcutta?
Do what?
You learned that at the Calcutta?
Oh my God.
Oh, no money talk.
Well, yeah, you're talking about okay, yeah. As soon as everyone makes their pick, Shane, I guess it'll be good for the weekend because that's all that is really required. And then after Sunday, we'll know whose picks are right and be like, oh, dude, I was right.
So
you
I
were
was
wrong.
thinking about it. I was actually talking to Zane about it. We probably need to make a rule about the rebuy. What if
for
the re-entry?
rejoining the contest?
Re-entry.
No, just because you get one. I don't mean it literally.
I
I'm
think
just
it
saying
needs-
you
I
get
think it needs to be
you get to
tiered.
try one more time.
Yeah,
If
you
lose,
can try.
You get two chances.
You can
Yeah.
try one more time. Yeah, I
But-
like that.
Say me and you make it to the end, and you've already retried and I haven't, and you win. Then I just get to force another championship.
Yeah, there's a lot of inconsistencies in the contest. We better take this offline.
You
It's
knew
good
what
thing
you
there's
were
no.
talking
It's
about.
good
You
thing
put
there's
it
no
together
monetary
so well.
value.
I mean,
Hey,
I
Ben,
can't believe
Ben,
there's any confusion with how well you did this.
Ben, I think we need a spin-off segment where it's just Ben.
It's a solo show.
Instead of we're just
That's my
Cam,
nightmare.
it's
That's
just
my
Ben.
nightmare. That's my nightmare.
Y'all
No,
should both
but-
do a solo
talking-
show and see what gets more views.
Oh,
Ooh.
No, I can't do that.
line it up.
Couldn't tear Colin down like that.
I'm already the weak point in the show. I don't want to like another. I don't want like another reason for me not being good at it.
And you're like Norm doing your own show for an hour and a half.
No, it's just Ben, and we do a little more sports talk, a little more sports talk.
I would be like this guy real quick. So when we played baseball in high school, we always had the national anthem because everybody has the national anthem, right? For every single sporting event in America. It just doesn't make sense. Well, our guy loved to sing it, and he stunk at singing. He was a dad of one of the players. He was horrible. And so we put a CD in there. Like, hey, from now on, like the national anthem, you just press the CD. And so, like, he would act like he's about to press it and it's not working, and he just starts singing. It was so bad. I feel like that's what I would be like. Hey, sorry guys, you got me today. And it would just be, 30 minutes of horrible.
Well, Ben, shout out to our friends who hopped on at the last minute. We were able to get a pod out this week, so I'm proud of us.
All right, yeah. So Ben, quick pick. Who are you taking in the World Series?
Ooh, yeah. There we go.
Oh, Dodgers.
Are you?
Yeah, the Dodgers are so good. Yeah. I wouldn't obviously put money on it.
Right.
But I think the Dodgers are favorite. Yeah. Oh, I know. The Dodgers are favorite, but
Mavs looked good last night.
Dude.
Clay hitting them threes.
Hey, do you see your boy Chris Paul on the Spurs? Do you even know that Chris Paul's on the Spurs? Like before yesterday, did you know, Shane?
Yes, I did.
Like for real?
No, I really did. I like Chris Paul.
I know. I don't get
Dude,
that.
He and Manu are going to have insane chemistry this year. Can you imagine them together? And then
I don't know, man. Tony's starting over him, so
I was going to say when Tony comes off the pup list, oh my goodness. All right, boys, I got to go.
Van Lith there, front and center, courtside.
We'll talk off air about other related items. Bye.
Who's she play? Is she playing for TCU this year?
No.